Where is he from? Is he your pet?
I rescued him from an oil slick, and now he thinks he's my friend, but he's not my friend.
Why did you save his life?
I was trying to impress a woman I wanted to sleep with. Go and be free in the sea.
Welcome to St. George's School. Argentina's in chaos. A coup is imminent. Whatever opinions you have, keep them to yourself. And no smoking, no pets.
If you keep this between ourselves, I'll let you all feed him some fish. Deal? Yes, he's okay with that.
What is he doing here?
I have to take him to a zoo.
Why do you want to lock him up?
Just obeying the rules.
And you always obey the rules.
Aloha. This is Trinidad the Islandman, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, today I'm continuing my movie streak. Nearly 4 in a row from the weekend. Tuesday, April 1st. Happy April's Fool's Day. But, you know, I am fortunate to say that today I was no fool. I went ahead and I saw a movie that really touched my heart. Well, called The Penguin Lessons. And, well, without further ado, remember our rating scale. Shaka thumbs up. It's good to see. I recommend it. Shaka thumbs down. It's junk. I don't recommend it. And the movie The Penguin Lessons, starring Steve Coogan, is overall a Shaka thumbs up. Now, this is a very small, almost artsy film based on a true story, amazingly enough, about a English teacher from England who basically teaches college, private school English to foreign students. And he has traveled to Argentina to teach a class at St. George's private school. Now, during 1976, apparently in Argentina, there was a coup. The government was overthrown by the military, and nearly 30,000 people were picked up by various police and military people, basically for alleged disloyalty to the new regime, the new government that had taken power. Steve Coogan plays the English professor at this college, and at first he is very reluctant to basically do anything but stick to himself, wishing to stay out of trouble. Basically, that's how he's lived his life, kind of done his profession, just teaching his classes and going about his own business, being a teacher in foreign lands. He has long decided to basically keep his mouth shut and ignore local politics and the plights of the people and just mind his own business. And that works for a while. And we find out that the majority of the reason he does this is due to him basically withdrawing into himself after the death of his child by a drunk driver, his daughter, which leads to the dissolving of his marriage. And thus, he just begins to travel the world teaching English lessons at foreign colleges. But on one of his breaks from teaching, he decides to go to the beach in Uruguay, near Argentina, and basically finds a penguin who was stuck in an oil slick, along with many of his other companions who have died being stuck in the oil slick, and decides to wash him off and clean him up and then set him back into the ocean. Unfortunately, or fortunately, as it turns out, the penguin had other plans, having basically been the sole survivor of this oil slick, decides that he doesn't want to leave Steve Coogan and begins to follow him around. He leaves him at the beach, and the penguin starts to follow him back to his hotel, and reluctantly, other than just abandoning him on the streets to who knows what, he decides to take him in as a pet, and he begins opening Steve Coogan up emotionally in ways that he hasn't been able to open up in a long time, thus beginning to form more bonds with his peers at college, his students, and even the other people who work at the school as well, the cleaning people, the chefs, the cooks, etc. And he begins to notice their problems as, the new government continues to put more and more pressure on the poor people who live and were born in the country of Argentina. And he begins to speak out, putting his own self and job at risk, all in a way because of the penguin. So this is one of the many lessons that the penguin teaches him during his stay at St. George College in Argentina. And thus, the movie The Penguin Lessons, as we now know it, is a strong shaka thumbs up. This is definitely, this can be movies for small children as well as adults. The majority of the people watching it were adults. It does have high themes of, coup, rebellion, of political movements, etc. But at its core, it is a heartfelt tale of friendship between a man and his penguin. And so thus, again, a strong shaka thumbs up. Definitely well worth seeing. Definitely a much needed palate cleanser, wiping the taste of Death of a Unicorn and The Woman in the Yard off my tongue watching The Penguin Lessons. So this was a great delight to go ahead and watch, and I highly recommend it to you to go ahead and see it wherever, however you can. This will definitely have long legs, especially with children. Streaming, but if you can, I suggest you see it in theaters and support this movie. Again, shaka thumbs up for The Penguin Lessons. All right, mahalo and aloha.